If you've ever been hit with a $10,000 repair that completely wiped out your profits, you know how bad CapEx can hurt. It's really, really important that you understand what CapEx is, which stands for capital expenditures. You understand what it is and why it's so very important. Capital expenditures are these big ticket items that you're eventually going to have to replace. Think about things like roofs, HVACs, water heaters, those sort of things. Hey everybody, it's Randy Wolfe, and in this video, we're talking about capital expenditures, and I'm going to tell you some strategies on how you can make sure you're never caught off guard by them. CapEx isn't your everyday repairs. It's major replacements or improvements that extend the life or add value to your property. Now, for example, replacing a roof or upgrading plumbing or installing a new HVAC system, that's not something that you're going to be dealing with all the time. That is a CapEx expense. Now, the key is CapEx items don't happen every month, but when they do, they're very, very oftentimes expensive, and that's why professional investors budget for them ahead of time. Now, there's a good rule of thumb that you can follow, and that is set aside anywhere from 5 to 10% of your rental income each and every month into a CapEx reserve account. This can literally be just a bank account that you set up and you put that money in. And this, if you do this, your property, let's use the example, rents for $1,500. You should be saving about $75 to $150 a month just for CapEx. And that's basically, if you do that way, you have that or $6,000 roof replacement, it hits you, you're not going to be caught off guard, you're going to be ready to go. If you ignore CapEx, it is one of the biggest mistakes a beginner can make. They spend all their cash flow and then they panic and freak out when a major repair pops up. And I'm here to tell you, if you do this long enough, you're going to have these major things pop up. Smart investors treat CapEx as a non-negotiable expense, just like you would treat a mortgage. You know every month you're going to have to make that mortgage payment. You need to understand that CapEx money should be set aside every single month to make sure that that's taken care of. Another way that you can control CapEx risk is to thoroughly inspect properties before you buy them. If a roof is 25 years old, assume you'll be replacing it soon, and you need to factor that into your offer. So looking at these things on the buy side can save you a whole lot of grief, because if you go in and you don't run your numbers right, and you buy something and then there's all of this capital expenses that are needed and you haven't planned for that, it can really, really hurt you. Now, here's a little value nugget. CapEx isn't really, when you think about it, a surprise if you plan ahead. You need to build those reserves, you need to budget realistically, and you'll never lose sleep over these big, huge, ugly repairs. If you want to learn more about investing in real estate and how to preserve those precious profits that you work so hard to get when you buy these deals, be sure to subscribe to this channel. I'm putting out content every single week. I also have a private community. I'll put that link in the description below. Check that out. It's currently full right now, but we'll be opening that back up soon, so you can check that out if it's something that's of interest to you. But as always, I appreciate you watching this video, and I look forward to seeing you on the next one.